Oh, Laos. This is the kind of stuff that dreams are made of. This is my first time in Luang Prabang, and somehow it starts with a chaotic train ride, a crash course on everyday life in Laos, and a $41 night at a luxury resort on the Mekong River, plus plenty of local food. But first, we needed to actually get to Luang Prabang. From the town of Vang Vieng where we started our day, it's either a 6-hour bus ride or a 1-hour train ride, and they're both about the same price. The choice was clear, but we must have been traveling on a busy day because the station was just packed. This train line is a part of the Laos-China high-speed railway, and it's been a great help in improving connectivity within Laos. Boarding kind of works? Kind of. Okay. But being an easy connection to mainland China and Thailand, it's also very popular with tourists from there. Once on board, let's just say not everyone was in chill mode. But soon enough, we were off, zooming through the Lao countryside. This is actually a really interesting railway to take a ride on. A few days before, I took a much longer ride on it to get a more in-depth idea of what the experience is really like, including border crossings. I will be sharing a video about that experience with you soon, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications on to know when it drops. Today's train journey is just an hour or so ride, but in Luang Prabang the train station is very far from the city. The main transport options are shared minivans and tuk-tuks or a taxi. For 2 people, a taxi is about the same price as a minivan or tuk-tuk. So I gave the local taxi app called Loka a try and found a driver in a matter of seconds. And what do you know, the guy was just waiting for the train to come to pick up somebody. Thank you. So okay if I take the front seat? Okay, thank you. I knew we were in for a relatively long ride, so I thought I'd get some views, but I ended up getting some interesting conversation too. We came from Vang Vieng today. And it's hot there.
Oh, right.
27 degrees.
Oh, here since last night. It's cool. How long are you stay Luang Prabang?
5 days.
Oh.
Not long enough, right?
I think 5 days is good. Not too big city. Just in the city and somewhere outside to visit. Like waterfall, the cave.
Right.
Outside.
Yep.
In the city, some temples.
Yeah. What is your name? Sorry.
Saipon. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
This trip is many people.
All from China.
Oh yes.
Almost.
Big group.
Yeah, this is China. Yeah. Here is so many Chinese tourists now, right?
Yes.
With the train?
Yes.
When did the train open, Luang Prabang?
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
And did everything change? Many more tourists came, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Many things changed.
Okay.
Like many hotels, many restaurants.
Was it calmer before?
Yeah.
How do people feel about so many Chinese people coming?
For the Lao people, sometimes it's so busy, so many people, and for Chinese, some group is so loud. Lao people is not like that. It's quiet people.
Lao people like are very calm.
Very different, yes.
Yeah. Are you from Luang Prabang? Born here?
Actually, I born in the north of Luang Prabang.
Okay.
But I came here many years ago. Now I live here.
Okay.
Yeah. I born in Muang Noi, only 140 kilometers from here. It's very nice nature and a very nice place for visit, like a trekking.
Oh.
Buffalo.
Water buffalo.
Yes.
Okay.
On the way to Guangxi Waterfall, they have a buffalo farm for visit, and they also have buffalo ice cream also.
From the milk.
Yeah.
Nice. And the local people like buffalo milk, or?
Actually, it's not too much for buffalo milk, but unique but expensive, more than cow.
Okay. People have come from Thailand to visit as well, right?
Yes.
So close by.
Yes, because Thai like visit Lao because they understand Lao language. Also Lao and can understand Thai language. It's very similar language.
Sabadi, Suadi.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Lao people understand and can read Thai language around 90%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Almost same, but not the same.
Yeah.
That's nice. With English, you cannot understand, I don't know, German or Dutch. No, it's too different. How did you learn so much good English?
Actually, I practice with customer at my work. Before I work at a hotel. And, restaurant. It's many years.
Okay.
And sometimes that I have free time, I been to practice and learn at the small classroom.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So before you worked in the hotel for many years?
Yes.
Now only driving or also another job?
Only drive.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because this job gives me flexible time. Sometimes I can take care of my children. Also, I have 2 children.
Ah, 2? Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
If I work at the hotel, sometimes I don't have time to take care of them to school. Sometimes. Yeah.
Ah, I understand. How old are they?
My daughter is 15 years, but my son only 6 years.
Ah, big difference. 9
Yes.
years difference.
Train station quite far away from city.
20 kilometers? Or?
About from here to your hotel around 14.
14, ah,
Yes.
okay. Not bad.
Yes.
Now they're building a lot of hotels on the Nom Kha,
Yes.
no? Yeah.
Yes. That is the owner is Chinese.
So we kept on driving, getting a few views out to the Mekong River along the way, and slowly but surely, things started to look a little bit more like a city.
This is also very old village. What they call Panom village. Before they starting for weaving take time. It's very nice for the cotton and some silk for do the clothes.
You grow cotton and make silk in Laos.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they bring that to sell at the night market every day.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, at the city center every day they have.
But stuff from this village is really just a very small portion of all of the different kinds of things you'll find for sale at the Luang Prabang night market. We're going to check it out later in the video. As we continued driving, the driver let us know that he knew exactly the resort we were headed to because it's a famous place locally for having taken all different kinds of traditional Lao houses from the countryside and reconstructed them to give guests as authentic an experience as possible.
Bamboo, right?
Yeah, bamboo cover?
Yes.
Okay. In the end, the car ride was nearly as long as the train ride. You just can't drive that fast in Laos.
Okay, we arrive your hotel here on the right side.
Wow, beautiful.
Yes.
I'm happy that you know it as well. That's very cool. On the Mekong. Have a good day. As we entered the resort grounds, we were warmly greeted by the owner. Savadi, Savadi. Henry David. Just like Henry David Thoreau. Hi.
Henry, I'm the owner. What's your name?
David. Pleasure to meet you,
Nice
sir.
to meet you. I'm Henry.
I'm Rasa.
Hi, Rasa. Please sit down, relax.
Henry's been living in Laos for decades and owns a few different properties in Southeast Asia. Since he had some time, he was happy to show us around the resort personally.
And we basically took everything off of it and then began to acquire old buildings. And we would break down the buildings. They're from all different areas of the country. So break them down, put them on flatbed trucks, and move them here. So that went on over a 20-some year period of time. And we then bring the villagers from that village to rebuild it wherever they want to put the house. So nothing's square, nothing's straight, everything's natural.
Cool.
And my goal is when I'm gone, the staff become the owners of this. And the condition is that it remains 80% green space. So we're trying to match on the other side. That's protected by UNESCO, World Heritage. But this side is not. And so they build up boom, boom, boom. So I'm trying to keep the green space. Breakfast here in the morning.
Yeah.
Starts at 8, goes to 10:30.
Okay.
They feed you a lot until you scream and run away. They'll continue feeding you.
Sounds like our dream come true.
We had very serious typhoons. You heard about the cyclones and typhoons that hit Manila that went through.
Actually, we were in Manila for one of them.
Yeah, that's not fun at all. So,
No.
right. Our gardens are about 6 weeks behind where they normally are. This was first time to ever be flooded out, and was flooded out 4 times this year. So 4 decades, nothing, 4 times in 1 year. But everything is now, it's about 6 weeks behind normal. Anyway, if you'd like to go down, you're very welcome. Everything is organic. There's no chemicals on anything. You can eat everything off the ground. We think we're 95% on recycled woods. So we don't buy wood anymore. We make our own chairs, our tables, our lights, lamps, things like that. And just by repurposing. Don't buy the $22 per person sunset boat.
Okay.
Because all the sunset boats come here and park in front of my house.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, 20 or 22 last night. So
Wow,
they
okay.
come in-
Okay.
yeah.
It's just been like that for a long time.
Everybody, yeah. But it's low season, you get 3 or 4 boats, but we're right at the peak of high season, so a lot of boats. The flow right now is about 2,100 cubic meters per second going through down the Mekong.
So if I go
Well, you-
swimming, that's
Well,
it.
It's not so bad. You come out
Okay.
where that thing bends
Yeah.
between there and the golf course, and it's about 7 miles to walk back.
Okay, I gotcha.
It
Gotcha.
happens about twice a year.
But people usually survive it.
Oh yeah, they survive it. They're fine. They just come back a little bit shell shocked. But people want to do something. You let them go, right?
Yeah.
I give them the disclaimer, like, it's a very big river. It doesn't look like it's moving, but it's moving. I'm a very good swimmer. I said, good, okay, well, you have a good time.
That's a Lao experience.
And then I look, okay, it's 3 p.m. This guy will be back by 7 at night.
All right.
So
He'll be home for dinner.
he'll be home for dinner late, a little bit tired. His legs might hurt. So again, all this wood, some of the houses that we bought, we decided that they were not fully usable or recoverable. So they become tables and chairs and beds and things. Go ahead and pick it up.
No. I mean, I'm very...
What do you mean? No. I mean, you're jacked. I can say, no.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, wow. Very impressive. He may be sore tonight. Be careful.
Pretty heavy.
Our land keeps going down this way. Again, we're just leaving it alone. This
Okay.
is idle land. We're trying to keep the green space.
Beautiful.
So this is volcanic rock because in the wet season, it's not slippery. So 4 months of the year we get wet season and everything else is greasy, like paths like this year.
Can you get this in Laos?
Good question. Central Thailand.
Central Thailand. Okay.
Thailand, and 44 tons of it. And the truck got buried in the wet season for
Yeah.
17 days, sunk down to the axles.
Oh, God.
Couldn't get it in, couldn't get it out. 17 days. On the Thai border, they came across about 30 miles, and then it moved.
You have a couple of cats? Or?
We have several. This one is a very talkative one. They're spoiled. Small test. Why do you think we have a stone wall there? Because Buddhist monks cannot see women in bathing suits.
Oh,
And
that
we
makes
have
sense.
a Buddhist temple on the other side. So you didn't see the pool at all coming in, did you?
No, actually, that's true.
Right, you don't see it. Monks are very nice. We know them for donkey's years.
Sure.
And they said, no, you don't have to do it. I said, no, I want to be respectful. In the top are 260 meters of black pipe. The sun beats down on the black pipe.
Yeah.
We have a 1/4 horsepower low energy pump. Takes the water out of this corner.
Okay.
Takes 8 minutes to go through all those pipes. And where that little bottle is up there, that little jar, the warm water pops out. So we're able to heat from the sun.
Right.
As long as the sun's out, the water's warm. And then we also use ionization here for treating the water, which cuts down. You only have about 3% of what you normally have with chlorine. So you're not going to smell any chlorine at all. New technology.
That's pretty cool. How long ago did you build this pool?
2 years.
Okay. Pretty new.
We built it ourselves. So this is our oldest house. And this is about 180 to 190 years old. That's a lot because termites eat things. So we
Right.
have 2 full-time people that chase termites. We try to be very, very respectful of wood. These are Buddha chests, just if you've never seen them. Both of these are from Myanmar. We have 2 other buildings now that are broken down. We're deciding whether if we want to put them up or we want to use them for something else. This is pretty much done as far as I'm concerned. I don't want it to get any busier. There are 20, we're always full. We have 25 rooms. It's very rare that you see all these people. It's big enough space and it's quiet, peaceful.
So this really does seem like a fantastic place to be staying that's just full of history. I mean, I really like how it looks and feels. But perhaps the most impressive thing this hotel has to offer is its huge sunset spot. One of the biggest cleared areas available along the Mekong in Luang Prabang. Well, we did make a little itsy-bitsy mistake and forget that sunsets behind mountains actually happen earlier than the actual sunset. but the colors are still brilliant and beautiful. And you can see there's a lot of boats out doing the sunset tour. You don't really need one of those when you're staying here though. On the Mekong Resort is a few kilometers away from the central old town part of Luang Prabang. Since they offer free tuk-tuk rides into town, we thought we'd go check out the night market and find something for dinner.
You go in town?
Into the town, yeah.
Okay.
Where are you going?
We go just 1 kilometer.
Do you know a good restaurant?
No.
Okay. Ça va?
Ça va, ouais.
Bye. Vous habitez où?
New Caledonia.
New Caledonia. Okay.
New Caledonia, you know it?
Et près de l'Australie.
Oui. Je sais où c'est, mais
Ok.
j'ai ni été là.
Vous n'avez jamais été là-bas?
Ça. Ouais. Mais c'est pas partie de la France. C'est pas comme la Réunion.
Non.
Ah, ok.
La Réunion, c'est un département.
Ah.
Et la Calédonie est plus indépendante, plus autonome
Ah,
que
je
la
comprends.
Réunion.
Ok.
C'est un territoire.
Comment est la vie là?
Super.
Super.
C'est un paradis, mais l'année dernière, c'est vrai que
Ils se sont un peu révoltés.
50% de la population veulent rester française et 50%
Indépendance.
l'indépendance. Can we stop here?
Stop.
Okay, enchanté.
Enchanté.
The cool thing about that hotel is they've got a free shuttle into town, or free tuk-tuk. It's actually a tuk-tuk. This is a tuk-tuk in Laos. Keeps confusing me because for me a tuk-tuk would usually be much smaller. Like that thing. Doesn't matter. Anyway, right now we're headed into town to eat something because there's not that many dinner options back over there. Yes, they have 7-Elevens in Laos. It's actually a pretty long ride. It's like, I don't know how many kilometers, maybe 5. 10-minute ride. These things just can't go all that fast. That looks cool. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
See you. And here we are. This is my very first time seeing Luang Prabang's old town. This looks as though it is the night market. So much going on. Having just come from the little town of Vang Vieng, this place feels like the big New York City of Laos or something. So on the way, I guess we're gonna get an idea of what they've got over here. It really is like the New York of Laos. So busy. This isn't even the biggest city in Laos, by the way, but it doesn't matter. Bless you. Gesundheit. Walking, just for blocks and blocks now, it seems like. This night market is significantly large. But what's really most notable about this market for me is how it exemplifies just how quiet the people from Laos actually are. You basically only hear foreign languages spoken here, English, because the locals are so quiet and they don't really do any kind of hard selling or even soft selling. It's just like, if you want something, go and get it. And well, we were going to eat the very best pizza in town, but then we looked at the prices over there and we realized you should eat Lao food when in Laos. So we went down a dark alley
and found the light of food.
and the light of decent budget-friendly prices for food. Although we're a little bit late and they're out of about half of their menu. For 40,000 kip here you can get a whole assortment of different rice dishes, noodle dishes, and for not much more you can add a nice fruit shake, juice, or even a coffee to that. This is 1991 Wat Sin Ali Restaurant. Well, I'm not sure how you really say the name. That's what Google Maps calls it. My very first time trying what I like to call avocado juice over here in Laos. Well, in Arabic-speaking countries they call it that. I wonder if there's sugar in here. Let's see. Damn, yo. This is giving Saudi Arabia a run for its money, but they've really got all different flavors of shakes, juices, whatever you call these things with fruit and milk in them. And we're going to enjoy the luxury of having cheap dragon fruits that are accessible. It's good. Such a natural taste when you just drink a dragon fruit like that. Thank you. And they're mad fast over here. Of course, I got some steak and eggs, Lao style. I had my chopsticks ready, but they brought me a fork and spoon. And Ross has got pork and an egg, also Lao style. But okay, it's a nice thinly sliced steak. This sounds so much better than pizza now that I'm really looking at the food here. And you can see there's just a mix of local people, tourist people. Everybody comes here. And I can really taste why right now. A little bit spicy. Got a variety of hot peppers in here. And a little bit of tomato and onion. Good for a not exactly late night snack, aka dinner, or lunch. And I just thought I'd give the fried rice a try too. It's steaming hot. And just a little bite. It's kind of just amazing the amount of things they do with rice throughout Asia, really. But fried rice is something you can find basically in every country in Asia. And it's lovely, salty, tangy from the sauces they put in there when they fry it. And this one's nice because it's not really almost oily at all. Sometimes it'll be quite oily, depending on where you're going for your fried rice. But this one, not too much. Oh, Laos. This is the kind of stuff that dreams are made of. And pizza started around 200,000 kip, something like $10. We got all of this food, so 3 different rice dishes and 2 insanely good fruit juices for 180,000 kip, which is, 5 things for less than 1 thing. When we arrived to the restaurant, we were hungry enough not to notice the fact that its name comes from the temple just down the alley next door, Wat Sen. In this part of Southeast Asia, Wat means temple. So after our meal, we had a quick walk around the temple in the dark, but in the coming days, we returned during the daylight hours. For temples and really all kinds of cool stuff we found in the old town, I'll be making another video in Luang Prabang for you very soon. It's so pretty with the sunlight coming through here in the morning.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Today?
Good.
So, are you ready for breakfast? Yes.
We are, yes.
So, today we have a French toast.
Okay.
Yeah, would you like to try French toast?
Okay, we love it.
So, 2?
Sure, yeah.
So, we have a croissant yogurt.
Sure, yeah.
So, 2 croissant, 2 yogurt, and 2 French toast.
Yeah, okay.
Would you like to drink coffee? We have a coffee machine and cappuccino, latte, or black coffee.
What's your best coffee?
Cappuccino.
Okay, cappuccino, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can take down there.
Down there.
Yeah.
Go down there. Okay, thanks so much. Talk, and run. What are you yelling about, buddy? In addition to the made-to-order stuff, they also have a small buffet with a lot of fresh fruits. The whole breakfast experience is accompanied by the view out to the Mekong River and its beautiful surroundings. What's your favorite thing here for breakfast?
Croissants, fruits.
The staff were even nice enough to let me use their espresso machine. But Lao coffee. Pretty dark, pretty earthy, pretty tasty. A long time ago, I used to work as a barista in New York City. What an honor to be making Lao coffee in Laos myself. Not exactly microphone, but almost. As fun as it was to play around with the espresso machine in the morning, I'd probably just leave it to the practicing professionals next time.
Ooh, strong.
Wow. It was a very comfy, cozy place to sleep. About 5 a.m., you got the Buddhist monks next door doing a little bit of light drumming before I think they go back to sleep. I think it's just a little thing. And then the chickens start up about, I don't know, maybe 6:30 a.m. So a pretty cool, what else to call it besides authentic feeling place where you get to stay in an old Laotian house like this and basically experience the countryside while being in the city. Before we checked out and headed to our next stop in Luang Prabang, the owner Henry took us on a little trip around the neighborhood. Things are very calm in and around the resort, but they've got all kinds of typical Lao businesses. Many different motorbike mechanics, the local barber, and the rice store is pretty interesting if you've never seen one. As a non-local, it's hard to tell the difference between a lot of the different types of rice they sell. Locals definitely know though. Rice is the staple food here. Even just asking how someone's doing roughly translates to "Have you eaten your rice today?" Ginkao kaparai kap. Plus, the monks at the temple right across from the resort are more than happy to have visitors. Laos is a country of many Buddhist temples, but they all have their own unique feel to them.
So this is the typical, normal, if you're in a country town,
Yeah.
This is a nice typical country monastery.
Over the next 4 days, Rasa and I will be staying in a more central part of Luang Prabang, getting to know the ins and outs of the city. But as for our first 24 hours here, that about wraps it up. Kind people, rich culture, beautiful surroundings, and some really good food. I wouldn't have had it any other way. So don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in.